Welcome to another quick review from Ultimate DIY. Today, guys, I'm putting in a lot of cabinets, and I thought I would go ahead and do a quick review on the Milwaukee Fuel plunge track saw. So where this is going to come in handy is, say you're a DIYer and you're limited on tools, or say you're a contractor and you don't feel like lugging around a table saw. This will take the place of a table saw on most cuts. Now, it's going to be a little slower than the table saw because you have to move this track around, but it works excellent. So this saw will actually plunge even in the middle of lumber. And all it does is it slides on these tracks just like this, back and forth. You can lock the track down with clamps like this. This particular clamp is made to actually slide inside just like that, and you'll lock it down. Works really great. It has an anti-skid mechanism on the bottom of the tracks, so you don't have to lock the other side. It holds itself in place, relatively good, so that you end up with a very square, clean cut. Now, the tracks themselves are going to be a separate purchase outside of the saw. I bought this track by itself, and then I added a second one. It has a little bars that you buy also separately with some little screws so that you can attach them together. When you unattach the little screws or loosen the screws, just slide the bars back, tighten them down, and that way you keep them with one of your guides at all times. Now, how the actual saw works, it's going to be battery powered. It has the battery right here. I'm going to remove the battery while I'm playing with it just for safety. So you just pop it back, set it aside. Now, you have a guide mechanism here for angles. So I can go actually -1 all the way up to 40, I believe that's 48. Now you have a little button down here that you push, which will actually lock that and keep it in the 0 to 45 mode, or you can go past it on either side if you push that little button. This is your plunge guide right here that moves up and down with a little lever, and it will actually stop this when you move forward, just like that, so I can't go past it. So when it comes to the plunge guide, or depth guide, I call it, you have a little button here. You move this up and down, and then you can actually work the saw all the way to that level. So you will set that. Now, there are two marks here. One of them is going to be if you are using the rail, and one of them is if you are not using the rail. You also have on here turning knob here that you can turn and get a minute adjustment. So say you have a blade and you've sharpened it and it's a little shorter, then you can actually adjust it and make up for that right there. Has the lock here for the arbor, because this is not a locking arbor automatically. And by the way, when you want to change the blade, you need to get the arbor in the center of that hole. You push this down and you can see it right there. But how you keep it there, there's a lock. Lock and unlock right here. So now we have it in the lock position. I'm going to push it down and it's going to lock into place. And now my arbor is readily available to take the blade out. I will push the lock down here, turn the little arbor, and I can take the blade off. Now just make sure when you put the blade on that you have arrows on your blade showing the direction, and you have an arrow here showing the direction. They need to match. So outside of that, guys, it is a really nice little saw. There was one other thing I meant to mention. It does have speeds right here. But you're generally, if you're cutting with wood, you're going to be all the way up to the 6. If you're cutting a different kind of material with a different blade, then you may need to back that off just a little. But other than that, you're generally going to be on the 6. Let me unlock this. That way I can set it down. And now it is ready to rock and roll again. So hope you got a little something out of this. We'll see you guys on the next review.